So creating a content marketing strategy can be really important both for your business and if you're a personal brand. It can really help structure the content you're producing and really try to understand your audience and how to plan and distribute your content. I'm just going to go over some of like the key steps and how to structure that strategy. You can create it in like a basic Google Doc or Word doc on Notion, depending on whatever platform you find useful. So you can start with a quick summary and an overview. With this, at least with my personal one, what I like to do is think about why you're creating the content and the type of content that you're aiming to produce. Is it more for entertainment? Are you trying to share knowledge, provide value? At least that way you're just giving a bit of an overview and trying to get in the thought process of why you're creating the content and the specific type of content you're creating, just so you can help structure everything you're doing. Then next, one of the first main points is setting your goals. So from a business perspective, you'll have your business goals, your marketing goals, your content goals, and then it's also worthwhile including SMART goals. It's just so they're more specific and they're more time bound and they're just easier to measure and quantify as you go on. And then if you're more of a content creator, you don't need to go into as much detail, I don't think, in that section, because realistically you won't need to have business goals. Unlike in most cases, you'll be a team of one, so you won't need your marketing goals, but it's still worthwhile jotting down your content goals and then the specific SMART goals based on the sort of broader goals that you're setting. I would always try to keep it to 2 or 3 goals instead of just trying to maybe piece together 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 goals. Just try to keep it simple and then going from there. The next one, arguably one of the two top areas that I think is very, very important, is your target audience. So who is it for? For my specific one, I've broken it into 2 columns. So you break down your different audience types, almost breaking them down into separate personas and groups. Then in another column, you'll think about the type of value, like what type of content is more relevant for them, their pain points, just trying to understand who they are, the type of content they'll provide them with value. And then the next one, which is equally just as important as the audience, but they tie in quite nicely together, is your content pillars. So the type of content you're going to produce. Again, with this one, I try to keep it to about between 2 and 4 different categories, just so you can have a rough idea of the type of content you're going to produce. In a business case, it's always worth trying to think how it can tie back and link into your products. And as a content creator, I guess it's just tying it back to the beginning. So why are you creating this content? What is the purpose of it? Is it just for entertainment value? Are you trying to share knowledge and insight? If so, what knowledge do you have? Where do your experiences lie? And then you can start thinking, breaking it down into specific categories. Then you're going to want to look at your channels, so that you're more of your channel focus. Again, especially when starting out, and even for businesses, it's worth thinking about keeping it short, so focusing maybe on a couple of channels to begin with. For example, if you're a B2B business, LinkedIn might be where your audience is spending more of their time, so it makes more sense to produce content on that platform. Again, with this one, I sort of like to, for my own content strategy, I've broken it up into 2 columns. There'll be the actual channel focus. So for me, it's my personal website, YouTube, Medium, and LinkedIn. And another column, what I'll do is I'll have the frequency of how much I'm planning to post on those corresponding channels. So say daily, weekly, monthly, just so you can put a bit of more structure and hold yourself more accountable for what you're planning to produce. Then the last sort of section covers the distribution aspect, so how you're going to actually distribute your content out to your audience. And then this also ties in with creating a sort of content calendar. I've got a very basic one that I've linked in with my Notion content strategy. I basically do it about a week to a maximum of 2 weeks in advance. I plan out the content I'm going to be distributing on what channel, what the content is, and I just try to think about it strategically, how it all pulls together. Again, I'm going to leave some links below to different examples from the likes of HubSpot and a few other businesses that have premium templates for helping you to create your content strategy. They're always a great place to start, especially if it's an area that you're not overly familiar with or you don't have experience in, just to get a little bit more insight, see how other businesses and brands sort of set up and create their content strategy. So they're great templates to begin with. Again, if you want to see how I've set up mine for my own content, I've got it all within Notion, so I can happily just share that. But yeah, if you want to go into detail in any more sections, just let me know. I can create specific videos breaking it down. I can show how I've set up my actual one. I can share that as well. But hopefully overall you found it useful. Definitely worth checking out the links for some of those templates if you're just starting out. A few of them, it'll just be a case of you filling in the sections. It'll be very similar to what we've just talked about, but yeah, I hope you found it at least initially useful. It's definitely worthwhile considering doing, both if you're a content creator, if you're in some sort of a marketing role, whether that's a social media manager or you're in sort of content production or you're looking to get more into a content strategist role. Anyway, hope you found it useful.